With the news of Jair Alexander's release this morning, it's worth taking a closer look at the impact this move will have. Now, I understand the decision. Obviously, the Packers are tight for money, and releasing Jair saves them $17 million with the dead money charges spread over 2 years. This gives the Packers cap flexibility in 2026 for extensions and contract restructures. On the surface, cutting an all-pro corner sounds idiotic, but I think you have to consider that Alexander has missed 34 games since a healthy 2020 season. Quad, knee, shoulder, and groin injuries have kept Jair on the sidelines, which has really been frustrating for both parties. He was also suspended in 2023 for conduct detrimental to the team versus the Panthers when he stepped on the field for the coin toss. On the other hand, when on the field, nobody has been more game-changing for the Packers secondary since Defensive Player of the Year Charles Woodson. His elite man skills and willingness to tackle are unheard of, and will be huge gaps left to fill for Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley and the rest of the team. The first-year defensive coordinator implemented a 4-3 defense that prioritized press zone coverage and dynamic pass rush. This defense is obviously very aggressive and love to force turnovers, which will cover some of their weaknesses. One player that will make or break this decision is new Green Bay Packer Nate Hobbs. He signed a 4-year, $48 million deal outside of Las Vegas, and I expect him to transition from the nickel to more of an outside boundary role this season, due to Javon Bullard already occupying this role. With the Packers running more zone in Tampa 2 on critical downs, I believe this is where Hobbs kind of makes his best plays. Hobbs is an above-average tackler for his position and has a 96th percentile burst score, which will result in elite breaks on the football. I think the loss of Jair will be most apparent in games such as Week 5 of last season versus the Rams, where they changed their strategy and ran 40% man coverage, which is up 18% from their season average of 21.8 snaps. Now, the tough part, the Packers' depth chart isn't exactly deep at corner, especially on the boundary, with only Carrington Valentine really ready to take that role. One of the most underrated aspects of this trade will be replacing the locker room presence of Jair Alexander. Outside of Aaron Jones, who departed last season, nobody has been more of a personality than John Money, and I don't think replacing that voice will be easy. I expect him to sign somewhere very quickly, either with the Eagles, where he would thrive in a heavy man coverage scheme, or maybe with the Ravens, who are making a really big push for the Super Bowl. The real issue was staying on the field, and if he can do that this next season, I really don't think this move is going to age well for Green Bay, especially if their pass rush doesn't bounce back from a disappointing 2024.